flavor. Sports with flavor. Sports with flavor.
Sports with Flavor. I'm your host, D. Alifu. Make sure you follow me. Like, share, Sports with Flavor, Instagram, YouTube, subscribe, Facebook. Okay? Alright, so we're here today talking about some Sports with Flavor. We're going to talk about a little baseball, a little basketball. Of course, we're going to talk about the Super Bowl. It's going to be played tomorrow with the Kansas City Chiefs and Tampa Bay Bucks. So first, let's just talk baseball. Dodgers signed Bauer, excellent starting pitcher, Cy Young winner. So that just boosts up the Dodgers rotation, which might be what? Buehler, Kershaw, Price, Bauer. That's like 3 Cy Young Award winners on one team. But anyway, so baseball be starting up soon. Padres made some things happen. Dodgers lost some key players, and Jock and Kiki Hernandez. Come on, Dodgers, let's make sure we sign Justin Turner. Maybe not for 4 years, Justin. Come on, man. Take 2 years with a third-year option. You know, you're 36 years old. We want to retain you for your durability, defense, and hitting. But come on, man, help us out here, Turner. Anyway, what else is going on? Everybody's staying safe. People are getting the vaccine. That's of your choice. I'm not with it, but I'm not against it. That's your business. Okay, so do what you do. Anyway, so let's get into some basketball. Okay, we saw the other night this COVID protocol. It's hurting some teams. It was crazy what they did with Durant. Wasn't able to start. Then they let him play. Then they said he had to go. It's a lot going on. If he's gonna play, let him play. So I don't know all the COVID rules, the contact tracing and all that stuff, but that's kind of hard on a team when they don't know if their player can play or not, especially if he hasn't tested positive for COVID. So Brooklyn, they're up and down, won some good games, lost some, but in my eyes, Brooklyn is not the number one seed in the East. They're not the favorite to come out the East, to me. Sports with Flavor's view is you got the Miami Heat, who are defending East Coast champs. They're not playing well. They're not in playoff position, but I think they're turning around. Jimmy Butler been out for a couple of games, about 8 games. So once he gets back and starts playing well, Miami, get back in the playoff hunt. You still got to worry about Milwaukee and Giannis. They got some shooters around him. Atlanta, we got Rondo, so they're trying to have a championship mentor guy on that team. Of course, you got Boston with Tatum, Brown. Marcus Smart is injured right now, but Boston is a team to be reckoned with when it comes to playoff. And of course, one of the best teams I think in the East, or the number one seed, is Philadelphia. Joel Embiid is playing like an MVP. They got Doc Rivers over there now, and they scooped up Danny Green. They got Curry, so they got 2 shooters over there. They still got Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, and like I said, they got a championship coach. So it's 5 teams over there in the East: Boston, Philly, Milwaukee, Brooklyn, and who was the 15? Boston, Milwaukee, Brooklyn, the Nets. Not really Atlanta. Oh yeah, the Miami Heat. Okay, so those are the 5 teams. I don't know who's gonna come out. You never know what's gonna happen when it comes to injuries. A long season, Embiid is, he's prone to get injured. So if he can make it throughout the season and they be a top seed, that could help. But it goes into when the playoffs, how healthy you are when you go into the playoffs. Now in the West, things has changed. With Harden leaving out the West, this Houston's playing well, but they're not a playoff contender. Detroit is not playing well. Detroit's in the East. I'm talking about Denver. Denver's not playing well, but I think they'll turn it around. Djokovic is definitely an MVP player. They lost some key pieces, Plumlee, and who else did they lose? They lost Grant or somebody. So, they're not the same team, but Michael Porter Jr., Denver can come up. Of course, whatever team Chris Paul goes to, he's going to make them competitive. So Phoenix is competitive now with Chris Paul, Booker, and Aiden. But of course, the top seeds are, to me, the defending champ Los Angeles Lakers, the Los Angeles Clippers, and the Utah Jazz. Okay, those are the teams in the West that are pushing for, trying to be top seed and trying to be the best. Now, once again, it's a long season. Dallas, I don't think they have enough pieces. They got Luka, who's an MVP player, but they just don't have enough. And losing Curry, shooter, that didn't help them. So we'll see where it goes with the West, but I still got my money on the Lakers. The Lakers are just getting tuned up. We had a short break. Anthony Davis is not playing well right now, so when he gets to playing well, we'll do better. And of course, people talk about we lost the rim protection. Yes, we lost the rim protection with JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard. I understand that, but it is what it is. AD's want to protect the rim. We got to play team defense. We got Montrez who hustles, Gasol who he's not showing people a lot right now, but I think his passing and his leadership and his IQ, he'll be all right come playoff time. So don't be too hard on our bigs right now with Gasol and Montrezl Harris. And we got THT who's proven right now, the young man, he's making it happen. We got Caruso and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope are both in the top 5 in three-point shooting. And of course, we got LeBron. LeBron can do anything. He'll turn it on when it's time to turn it on. So, I'm not too worried about the Lakers. The Clippers, playoff P. He ain't playoff P right now, but he's definitely having that. Paul George is having the MVP season right now during the regular season. Kawhi, he just kind of coaches. He's going to do his thing. He's not outspoken, but, he'll be there. And the Clippers got some pieces. See what Tyronn Lue can do. Open up the floor more for Kawhi and Paul George. So we'll see what the Clippers can do. The Clippers don't ever faze me or scare me because it's just not able to get past that second round. So once they get past the second round, then we consider them some type of threat to anything. But that's an accomplishment for the Clippers to get past the second round. Now Utah, definitely with Donovan Mitchell, definitely with Mike Conley, definitely with Rudy Gobert. They got 3 pieces. That's what you usually need, is 3 pieces and role players. They got Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench. They got Ingle. So they have the role players to do what they need to do. Okay, so we'll look forward to some, playoff basketball when that time comes. I'm like LeBron and Giannis. I'm not for the All-Star game right now, especially in Atlanta. Let these dudes have a break. Pick the players and just, they don't need to play. Wasn't no Pro Bowl this year, so we don't need an All-Star game this year. Okay, we don't need to bring all these guys together. So, NBA, let these guys break. All right, so we'll be right back, and we're going to get into the Super Bowl. Who you going with? Super Bowl 55. Be right back. Okay. We're back. SportsWithFlava back. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share, like, comment on all the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of that. So once again, let's get into this Super Bowl. Super Bowl 55. Okay, the first time a home team is played in the home stadium, Tampa Bay. Super Bowl was going to be held there. Next year it'll be in LA. So we'll see if the Rams or the Chargers can take a shot at they trying to get the Super Bowl while it's in their stadium. So Tampa Bay, first team to have home field advantage in the Super Bowl. Now, of course, we have the Super Bowl champs, defending champs, Kansas City Chiefs, with Mahomes, Kelsey, Hill, Honey Badger, Andy Reid. Okay, they ready. Okay, but they're going against probably one of the best quarterbacks of all time. I don't go with that GOAT stuff. I'm not a person who just calls somebody the GOAT. I just do one of the best. So by far, Tom Brady is one of the best. Okay, he's one of the best. He got 6 rings. Came right over to Tampa Bay, pulled Gronk out, got Anthony Brown. I mean, he got his pieces, Fournette. So he picked up some pieces that came with him to help him get there. He didn't get there alone, so let's not, this is not a solo sport. It ain't tennis or golf. So the team helped him get there, the defense, the coaching staff, and all of that. So you got on one side, you got Patrick Mahomes, who's definitely one of the top quarterbacks under 25. On the other side, you got a legend and one of the greatest to do it in Tom Brady. Now, let's get to the game. All right. Personally, I think it's going to be somewhat of a shootout. Okay, Kansas City has speed. Andy Reid knows how to prepare. Okay, Tampa Bay, their defense is a lot better than people think. Them linebackers, they're gonna make it happen, and they got that D line that can apply some pressure on Mahomes. But you could apply pressure on Mahomes. He's just gonna scramble. He's just gonna use his legs. He's gonna throw the ball all types of ways. So, pressuring him is what they need to do. But it's also not a good look, because once he starts moving around, Kelsey knows how to come back. Hill knows how to get open. They got other receivers that just know what they're doing. Okay, so Mahomes is gonna throw that rock. He got running backs. They should be healthy. But the same thing with Tampa Bay. We know Brady's not gonna move that much, but with Fournette and Ronald Jones, he got two very good running backs. And we know Fournette can pound it when it gets into the end zone and close to the goal line. He's a hard runner. And Jones, he could do a lot. He's young, the legs, the speed. But also, Tom Brady has some good receivers as well. Mike Evans and Goodwin are two physical receivers. They got this Miller dude who's fast, and he's not as fast as Tyreek Hill. But hey, he does what they need him to do. That big play touchdown he caught before halftime against Green Bay really hurt Green Bay. But hey, he's on the scouting report. They know about him. So Super Bowl games sometimes come down to field goal kickers. Okay, could be a last second. Twice need a field goal, miss a may. Comes down to special teams. Comes down to turnovers. Who makes the most turnovers? Who turns the ball over? Who capitalizes and score points off the turnovers? Field goals or touchdowns. Okay, it'll be some play calling. It's gonna come down to some third downs, possibly some fourth downs. Okay, so it's a lot going on. Who you picking? Who do you have? I know a lot of people are going with Tom Brady. Okay, and that's understandable. A lot of people are going with Mahomes in Kansas City because they got the younger squad. So, I'm not really against it. If I had to pick, I'm going to let you know my pick in a minute. But first of all, I just want to see a good game. Okay, Super Bowl, people want to see the commercials and things like that. I'm out to see a good game. We won't be able to gather and have Super Bowl parties like we used to. And if you do, please, try not to have too many people. Wear your mask. You ain't going to keep your distance. But, keep it to under 20 people. With the vaccine, so hopefully that's been taken. A lot of people are taking it. Hopefully it'll slow down this coronavirus. But so for me, and I'm a Raider fan, so I gotta represent. I'll be wearing this as I represent my team come Super Bowl, win, lose, or draw. I want people to know who I run with. Who I got. We got championships too. You know what I'm saying? We got championships. But Tom Brady is bound to make history. If Tom Brady wins, Tom Brady will have won his 7th Super Bowl. That's amazing, because no team has more than 6. And he's going to have 7 by himself. Okay, so like I said, I don't talk the GOAT stuff. I just always say one of the best. And he is one of the best. I mean, the conditions are different. And I always say, if it wasn't for that Tuck Rule game, you'd have never got started on that run. The Raiders should have won that game, went to Super Bowl. Things could have been different. But that changed his game. He started winning. And it is what it is. But, once again, never underestimate Tom Brady. It's hard to pick against him. So it's not like I'm picking against him. It's not like I'm pulling for Kansas City. But I like to see Mahomes and the people from Kansas City win. So I would say I'm pulling for Kansas City. Anything else? Sports with Flavor for the day? Let me think. Nah, just be safe. Eat your chicken wings, drink your beer, and like I said, I'm pulling for Mahomes in Kansas City. Okay, that's my pick to win the Super Bowl. But once again, like I said, I wouldn't put no money against Tom Brady. That's just my pick. Okay, picking and betting is different. Okay, picking and betting is different. I think the over and under should be about 40. I think they're gonna both put up points. But hey, like I said, looking for a good Super Bowl. Check back in with Sports with Flavor. Make sure you share, comment, like. You know, we got giveaways coming up, and once basketball's back up, we're gonna be giving away some Laker tickets, some jerseys. So make sure you tune in to the channel because we got a lot of things coming. We got some interviews coming up with some people. We're trying to line it up. So stay tuned with Sports with Flavor. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, share, comment. We'll be talking about the Women's Football League coming up. You know, and one of the top players in that league, Miss Santana Deck, track baby, got her own clothing line, shoe line. Talk about some of the teams, Houston Stampede, Los Angeles Flames. It's more teams, but and they're adding more teams. So we'll talk about that Women's Football League too in a little bit. You know, we'll get back to that. So anyway, everybody have a nice day. Just want to say peace, Sports with Flavor, and I'm out.